Good morning, students. Welcome to online video lecture on the topic Poiseuille's approximation methods. In the previous videos lecture that we have discussed the two methods, that is northwest corner rule, and second one is lowest cost entry method. In this video today we are going to discuss Poiseuille's approximation method. This Poiseuille's approximation method, here this one is we are going to start the allocation process by find outing the penalties. Okay, how we are going to find outing the penalties, I will tell you while discussing with the problem. Okay, now the among these three methods, the difference is only the allocations process. In the northwest corner rule, we are going to start the allocations process with the northwest corner cell, and in the lowest cost entry method we can start the allocations process with the lowest cost. Now here in the Poiseuille's approximation method, allocations process is start with by find outing the penalties. Okay, now from this method we can from this method what we are going to find out in the solution, that solution is always it is nearer to the optimum solution. Okay, now these are the steps you need to follow the while solving the problem. Here the step 1 says that you need to find out the penalties from every row and every column. The step 1 says find out the penalties in every row, and step 2 says that find the penalties in every column, and third step find out the highest penalties. Okay, and further steps that I am going to explain while with the problem. Now the same problem here, destination centers W1, W2, W3, sources are P1, P2, P3, supply 20, 28, 17, demand is 21, 25, 19. Now please check whether the problem is balanced or not. Here add supply 20 plus 28 plus 17, it will give 65. Demand 21 plus 25 plus 19, that will give 65. Demand is equals to supply. The problem is balanced. Now you need to start the allocations process. Now see here how many rows are there? 3 rows, P1, P2, P3. First we need to find out the penalties in every row and every column. How we are going to find out the penalties means, for each row and column by subtracting the smallest element from the next smallest element in the row or column. See, for example, take down the P1 row. Now can you tell me here which is the smallest cost? That is 6, and next smallest cost is 7. So that we can subtract the 6 from 7, 7 minus 6, 1. So that the 1 is the penalty. Now comes to the P2 row. Now here the smallest cost is 3 and next smallest is 5. We can subtract 3 from the 5, 5 minus 3, that is it will give 2, 2 is the penalties. Now consider the third row, that is smallest element is 4 and next smallest is 5, 5 minus 4, it will give 1, 1 is the penalty. Similarly do it column wise. Okay, W1, W2, W3. Okay, we are getting the penalties column wise 1, 1, 6. Now next step is we need to find out the highest penalty in the row or column. Now in the row wise, please check it. P1 is 1, P2 is 2, P3 is 1, column wise 1, W2 is 1, W3 is 6. Among all the penalties including row and column wise, 6 is the highest penalty, that is occur in W3 column. Okay, in that column please check it which one is the least cost, that is having 3, that is P2 W3 cell. For that cell we can allocate. Okay, now see here, among all the penalties which one is the highest penalty, that is 6, that is appears in W3 column 6, and in that W3 column which one is the least cost, that is 3. For that cell we can allocate. For that cell P2 W3 cell, see the supply, that is 28 is there and demand is 19. Which one is the smallest one, that is 19, so that allocate 19. The demand is fulfilled here. So okay, delete the W3 column, and in the supply it is left with 9. Okay, next procedure is same. Okay, next procedure. Okay, who had deleted the W3 column in the previous step because of who allocated 19. Okay, now the demand is fulfilled, so that W3 column deleted. In the W deleted, and in the P2 row in the supply it is left with 9. Now again the same procedure we need to continue. W3 column is deleted. Now again P1, find out the penalties. The smallest is 6 and next smallest is 7. 7 minus 6 is 1. Now P2, that is 7 minus 5, that is 2. Now 5 minus 4 is, that is 1. Similarly do it column wise. Now find out the highest penalty is, that is 2, that is occurs in second row 2. In that row which is the smallest element here, 5, not 3, because it is occurs in W3 column who are deleted in the previous step W3 column. So that next is, that is 5, so that we can allocate 5. So from the P2 W1 cell, for that cell we can start the allocation process. Now P2 W1 cell, for that cell please check it. Supply it is how much, 9, and demand it is 21. Which one is the smallest one, that is 9, so that allocate 9 to the P2 W1 cell. In the demand 21 is there, subtract 21 minus 9, it is left with 12. Okay, now the same procedure we need to follow. Okay, here also the same procedure we need to follow. See here, in the P1 you are getting 1 penalty, in for P3 it is 1, and in W1 3, W2 column 1. Among all these penalty, which one is the highest penalty you are getting, in the W1 column. In that one, which one is the least cost, 4. For that 4 we can start the allocation process, that is P3 W1 cell. Okay, the choosing the cell for the allocations process is only difference, but rest of the things are same for all these 3 methods. The final matrix with the allocations we are getting, that is P1 to W2, P2 to W1, P2 to W3, P3 to W1, P3 to W2. Okay. Now number of allocations equals to the number of rows plus number of columns minus 1. See here, number of allocations are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number of allocations are 5 here. Number of rows are 3 and number of columns are 3 minus 1, 3 plus 3 minus 1, 6 minus 1, 5. Number of allocations are 5 and here it is equal. Now we need to find out the total transportation cost from the allocation table. That is P1 to W2 6 into 20, that is 120. P2 to W1 5 into 9 45. P2 to W3 that is 3 into 19, that is equals to 57. P3 to W1 that is 12 into 4, that is 48. P3 to W2 5 into 5, that is 25. The total cost is 295. Now the same problem we have solved by using three methods, that is northwest corner method, least cost entry method, Vogel's approximations method. The same problem we have solved by using three methods. Okay, from the northwest corner method, that is 462. Here that is lowest cost entry method, that will give 300, and Vogel's approximation method, that will give 295. See here, one thing is important here. In the examination, if they are given the transportation problem, to solve the transportation problem, if they don't have mentioned the method name, then go for Vogel's approximation method. Suppose if they have mentioned the method name, then go for using that method only. Okay, here the Vogel's approximation method gives the quality solutions compared to the other two methods. That is, what you are going to find out the solution from the Vogel's approximation method, that solution is always nearer to the optimum solutions. Those that this Vogel's approximation method is preferable one compared to the other two methods. Thank you.